What's up, Hoopers? Are you tired of seeing the Lakers do this? This is what I'm tired of. The defense didn't talk. They tried to switch, they wouldn't switch. They go over screens, wide open shots all night. Instead of just watching all of the highlights, I'm going to break it down to the three big factors. There's something that most everybody missed when watching this Laker game that will tell you the rest of their season. I'm going to be breaking it down for you with film, with shot charts. You're not going to want to miss it. I am your NBA white guy. I talk all things NBA hoops from a hooper's perspective. And if you love that kind of content, then dunk that like button and make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss a thing. So I watched the Lakers versus the Warriors in the opening game, and I have to tell you right now, there are some scary things, not only about the Lakers and their future, but the Warriors being repeat. I know everybody's talking about the Clippers being the best out of the West, but that Warriors team did not play a good game last night, and they are dangerous. But there was some positive things that I saw with the Lakers. They're getting hammered today about their play, about the defense, about the no shooting. But I'm going to break down some film, and I'm going to show you some things that I actually saw as some positives. So there's three major takeaways from this Lakers game, and the last one will be the most telling about their season. Number one, let's just start with the defense. On this channel, I polled you guys, and most all of you, 95+% of you, thought that the defense was just fine. Defense was going to be okay this year, and I saw a massive problem. Let's go to the film, and I'll show you. So the first thing that I want to show is that even though there was a lot of hustle plays last night and that led to a lot of fast breaks, which was beautiful, there was nothing better than watching Steph Curry or DiVincenzo or one of these guys make a shot, kind of showboat, and the Lakers got the ball out quick. They threw it down the court for an easy bucket, and Steve Kerr was losing his marbles like any good coach should. So I'm loving the effort that the Lakers are putting in, but no matter how much effort you put on the defensive end, if they don't fix this one thing, they are going to get shot out of the gym. Right here, we go like this and we stop the tape. Okay, right here, we have Jordan Poole with the ball. Now, Jordan Poole can shoot the lights out. He did it last night. And the big problem that I saw, and this is probably, Coach Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham is teaching this mental toughness, this defensive toughness. And he's probably I've been in the college locker rooms where some coaches are just like, hey, fight over everything. Fight over the screens. Just do what you got to do. Well, when you play subpar dudes or teams like the Lakers who can't shoot outside the three-point line, that's okay. And you'll never be out of position, and the big man will stay with the big man, vice versa. But when you have arguably the greatest shooting team, not only this season, but ever, you cannot do this. You've got to switch everything. Now, this is in the second half. I didn't find a lot of good footage of, this in the beginning, but it doesn't matter. It happened all game. I saw it from the first play on. They were fighting over screens, and if you give these guys 1 inch, that is 1 inch too much. So here's what I'm trying to get at right here. Juan Toscano-Anderson is doing the switch, right? And he's on Wiseman, a 7-footer. So both of them are under, him and Beverly are too small. But if you're going to switch, this means there was zero communication because Beverly's fighting over the screen and Juan Toscano's going for the switch, and they get torched, right? Here. They're both on him because he can shoot, but somebody was not talking, okay? Beverly needs to step off, or Juan Toscano needs to sag off of that so that he can cover the ball. And then it was just kind of a kick your foot out. Matt Ryan is kind of a liability on defense, but we're going to talk about him later because even though he didn't shoot it well, I saw some of the most promising things from him. I will be the only person probably talking about it, but there is. So this leads to easy buckets for a 7-footer. Wiseman! And the next thing that I saw was this. Okay, same thing, right? We're chasing around the screen. Steph Curry runs way too much to do this. Anthony Davis is kind of in no man's land. This is what coaches say. Don't get stuck in no man's land. So he's not really guarding Looney. Looney's never a threat. And at the end of the day, if I'm playing the Warriors, I am letting Wiseman, I am letting Looney, and I am letting Draymond Green kill me underneath. I don't care. Let them do what they want to do underneath, but I am not going to let this team just hit us with daggers all night. So I can't believe that Darvin Ham had this kind of theory. I would love to have been a fly on the wall for this defensive scheme and the practices, the walkthroughs before this. But if every single time they're trying to go around the screen, then I get it. Anthony Davis is sagging off, but that's not what you need to do with the shooting team. Anthony Davis needs to be on this three-point line with his hands up in the air. Let's look. Anthony Davis just sagged, and the problem is, what does that lead to? And one. So they did this all night, and what does that lead to? Patrick Beverley trying to race outside. Steph Curry is a crafty veteran, and he draws the 4-point play. Anthony Davis just sitting back kind of in no man's land. So this is what you have to do, especially in the NBA with these high caliber shooters and a team full of them. I'm telling you, you got to switch that right away. I don't care if Patrick Beverley now is guarding Looney down on the block. That's fine. But when Steph Curry comes off of the screen, or Klay Thompson comes off a screen, or Jordan Poole, or basically any Warrior player, get a freaking hand up. And you cannot do this when you're fighting around a screen. And the other thing about fighting around a screen is, like Patrick Beverley was doing, he was down low trying to get around it, right? That's what you do when you try and get around it. If you go under it, you're screwed. So you go over the top, you're down low. Steph Curry, he recognizes this. Chris Paul, a lot of these players, Dwayne Wade, he was very good at this. They're going to stop immediately and go up and draw that foul. So they should have been switching and communicating all night. That's a communication issue, and that is obviously a coaching issue. They've got to get better on the switch. Hey guys, if you're loving this content, please go down there and help a white guy out. Dunk that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a thing. The number 2 thing that I saw, they were getting incredible offense from their fast break. So the number 2 thing we're going to cover is the offense. Actually, to go back and revisit the defense, I was loving the energy. And the one thing that I noticed, LeBron James had a pretty positive attitude all night. He wasn't throwing his little head down tantrums. So I think he was liking the effort, but I think he's also kind of like, man, we need some shooters. This is desperation right now because they can't shoot, right? And so you will notice a lot of times in the offense, the center is just packed. There's nobody moving, just like this. So this is what we saw a lot last night, was Westbrook forcing everything. It is so awkward to watch him. He's overdoing everything. He's trying too hard. Every bucket that he scored was like the hardest bucket on planet Earth. And if you notice, anytime he or LeBron had the ball, even if there was screens up top or anything, no movement. It's just ugly. Look at this. Standing around, standing. I mean, this is what you see all night. Just standing. Kendrick Nunn should have that ball way more. I've shot a dozen videos on this dude. He can straight up shoot the ball. But going down into here, look at the entire Warriors defense. Standing out there with their hands out wide. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Packing the paint. They know nobody can shoot it. And with no movements, they don't have to play defense. This is ridiculous. Klay Thompson has his back turned to his players. Like, that is the number one thing you do. You point to your player and you point to the ball. They're just like, I don't even care. They're like, whatever, let Russ do his thing. We're going to pack the middle, kind of play a little zone here. We're not really worried about anything. Now, he gets lucky, gets bailed out. And Patrick Beverley, because they packed the paint, knocks this shot down. But it just goes to show, without movement, they're not going to get anything easy in the paint.
It's Beverley uncorking a triple.
Now the next one.
Russ has got 9.
Okay, they come down. A lot of just kind of walking and watching. Okay, look at this. Westbrook has it. They're daring him to shoot. 4 dudes staring at him. What do the Warriors do? They got 2 to 3 guys running at all times, non-stop. Now this video kind of sucks because I couldn't find any of those clips of Matt Ryan. But did you guys notice what I noticed? I want you to comment down below. Every time Matt Ryan was in the game, that dude was running, side to side, block to block, corner to corner, moving. And even though he wasn't hitting, he was catching and firing. And guess what the defense was doing the whole time? Where is he? They're looking around. So at least it takes their attention off. What is this defense doing right now? They're basically getting a break. They're basically putting their hands on their knees and getting their air back because everybody is watching Westbrook right here. And did you see his air ball last night? My goodness. I don't care. Everybody can talk about his mechanics and he fixed his shot. I'm tired of hearing it. I've told you many times, you can't fix that shot.
On a double-double himself with his 13.
I mean, it is just ugly.
Points.
Pass, screen, nothing. Look at Bev down here. Pat Bev down here is like, I think I'm kind of open. Maybe pass it to me. Anthony Davis hasn't moved from that spot. It's just zero movement. Thank God Kendrick Nunn is that dude. He is a walking bucket. So There was major bailout by LeBron James, and LeBron James shot a lot last night. And I heard it from some of the analysts, and I, saw it, across YouTube of some people like, oh my God, LeBron was just shooting it. Thank the Lord he was shooting it. If he didn't shoot it, this team would have lost by 60. So I get it. He's the top player. He's the best player. Anthony Davis looks really good, but again, with a stale offense and no movement, he's going to have to work for every single shot, just like he did last night. The shots he was making were 8-foot fadeaways where, my goodness, every time he hits the ground, I'm just like, what did he hurt? What did he hurt? Like, I hate seeing him have to work that hard, and that is all movement. Coach Darvin Ham has a lot to work on both ends, and he's got to be switching, and he has to get this offense moving. I loved seeing Matt Ryan in there. I will probably be alone on this. You guys can comment down below, but the best movement I saw all night and some of the runs they got were when Matt Ryan was in there, because he moved all the time. It cleared the paint for LeBron. It even cleared the paint for Russ. And Kendrick Nunn had a lot more wide open shots. All right, and before I get to number 3, which is the biggest problem of all the Lakers' problems, I got to talk about a few things real quick. Juan Toscano-Anderson, great energy. It's going to get some minutes. Lonnie Walker got the start, got a ton of minutes, the 4th most on the team. Pretty decent, athletic. None of these dudes are shooters. We have got to figure out, this might be Cole Swider getting a little bit more time. This might be obviously Matt Ryan getting time. Max Christie came in, knocked down a shot. None of these dudes shoot above 35% besides Matt Ryan and Cole Swider. They can do that. But I'm telling you right now, with no shooters and having to work so hard for the bucket, you guys have to comment down below, without a trade right now, which Laker player needs more minutes to get some shots up. My vote is Matt Ryan. He moves the offense, and he is a catch and shoot dude. I know Cole Swider can do the same thing, so that's what you guys need to vote down below right now. The number 3 thing I preach on here, because, hey, I've played hoops. This is from a hooper's perspective, is the chemistry. Now, like I mentioned, they were hustling, and watching them get a steal and kicking that ball down for the fast break, or even on a made layup, right? We teach our 4th graders right now at a young age that even if the other team makes the ball, you jump up as high as you can and grab that ball. If you can't touch the net yet, which they can't in 4th grade, you need to jump up as high as you can, get that ball out, and go. That is what you're taught, and the Lakers did that fantastic. Steve Kerr was irate last night. So we have some very positive things, but we got to get some shooters, and that's where Russell Westbrook is not fitting in. There is no complementary action with him, with LeBron, with AD. He is working way too hard to try and get any shots. He's throwing the ball away so many times, and how many times is that dude going to step out of bounds? What does he wear, like a size 30 shoe? He is constantly out of bounds, and I'm just tired of it because I love this dude, his hustle, and who he is as a player, but it ain't fitting for the Lakers. Now, I just dropped a video yesterday on a Lakers-Spurs trade, and it would change and fix everything. In fact, that video is right here. Go ahead and watch that. Now, in that video, I go super in-depth, not only on the trade, but where those players fit in, with their shooting, with the big man, all of it. I'm talking shot charts, stats, everything. So if you want to see that, oh, there it is. Go click that video right there. And I am your NBA white guy, so make sure you tap that subscribe button so that you never miss any of my videos. And until the next one, homies, we'll catch you later.